Hello there, it's me 𝗙𝗏𝗍 and I have Richa and we are from IILT. So we are going to do another role play. This role play is about ectopic eczema, a small boy who is having ectopic eczema.
Besides that, this is a very interesting cue card because the bystander has a phobia for medicines.
Yes.
So this is very interesting. I don't know how Tina will be doing it because Tina is going to play the part of the nurse and I will do the part of the bystander.
We'll have to handle two situations.
Yes, exactly. So let's see how it goes. Okay? So I hope you have prepared.
Yes.
And you have 5 minutes. You can start speaking now.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is 𝗙𝗏𝗍 and I'm the registered nurse working in this pediatric ward. So you are Anthony's mom, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. How is Anthony doing today?
Well, he's fine. Thank you.
Okay. And you know what? The doctor came and told me to come and meet you and to talk about Anthony's condition. May I?
Yes, please.
Okay. So actually what Anthony has been diagnosed with is ectopic eczema. And do you know what that does mean?
Well, I'm hearing it for the very first time. Could you be a little more specific about it?
Okay. So it's actually a allergy that happens on your skin. You will have occasional flare-ups, okay, and that is accompanied by itchiness. And sometimes your skin's color also can be a little bit different because of this itchiness, okay? Yes, so that's what your son is having now.
So that's why my son is having the rashes. That's what you're saying.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So what can we do about it then?
Okay. So the first thing is what we need to do is you need to he needs to eat his medicines at the right time. It is very important that he complies with his medication regimen. Are you able to understand that?
You mean oral medication?
Yes, oral medications as well as ointments what we are going to give for him.
Okay, so you are suggesting that my son has to start taking antibiotics or a course of oral medication?
Course of oral medications, to be precise, corticosteroids.
Oh, let me just stop you there. I am not really agreeing to what you just suggested because I don't think taking oral medication is the best way to treat a condition, and I don't believe in that too. So can you come up with some other alternatives?
Okay, so actually the major reason for taking these medicines is we need to have an improvement in our condition, right? See, your son is having ectopic eczema. So other than taking an oral medicine, like if you're not taking an oral medicine, the healing process will not happen. Okay, and on top of that, your son will not have a cure. There won't be any sustainability in this, for him. It will be keeping on coming. Occasional flare-ups will be having for him. So that is one important reason why we need to take an oral medicine.
I don't believe in that because I am 32 years old and Anthony is 5 years old. So far, I have never taken any medication because I had taken the medication when I was a small child and I was allergic to that. So ever since then, my parents stopped giving me oral medication and I have never taken it. I followed all the home remedies and other, topical medication. So I have never given Anthony any oral medication. So I don't think his body will be, responding to that too. So you need to come up with some other alternatives.
See, let me tell you once more. See, medicines is not harmful because what Anthony is having is ectopic eczema. If only he takes this medicines, his infection in the body or the inflammation that is having will be reduced, and that is going to ease his swelling, okay, because he's having severe swelling now. The itchiness, the redness and the allergic reaction what your son is having only can be subsided with the help of this oral medicine. That is why we are recommending you this oral medications, just for time being.
See, but Anthony is having rashes on his skin, which is on the outer layer. It's nothing inside. So why does he have to take oral medication? He can just apply some ointments or some, something like that on his skin, right?
Yes, actually we are applying a topical medicines on top of that. That is what you said, like ointment we are going to apply. So that will help all the uneasiness to go. But the oral medicines is also very important because otherwise he is going to have occasional flare-ups. So now as he has this itchiness and rashes and the swelling, sometimes it can become worsen. It can cause a lot of other problems for your son where we will not be able to manage at that right time. Maybe when he's at home, he can flare up with an allergy, where even he can have a swelling in his throat maybe due to this. So we don't know what could be the adverse reaction that can happen. So that is why the doctor has suggested an oral medicines.
So what if we do not continue with the treatment, will there be any severe complications?
Yes, I'm so sorry to say there will be a lot of complications, such as, now that this is only rashes, the rashes will be having blisters, the blisters will have pus formation in that, and it can even cause infection. Then he will have fever. Then, you know, for small things you need to go in for a higher end medicines. So I think it will be better, like prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
So try taking something now so that, you know, in future nothing will happen to him. Yeah? Yes?
All right.
Are you convinced by it?
Well, not exactly, but still I need to get a little more information because I need to make sure that there won't be any complications for him in the future.
Don't worry. So what we are going to do now, as he is admitted here, while we are going to give him these medicines, I'm going to monitor him strictly 24/7. So we'll see now any other allergies he's going to pop up with. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, don't worry. I certainly understand from your side because I'm also a mom. Nothing much to worry. Anthony is safe in our hands and we'll take care of him. Okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So that's 5 minutes, the end of the role play.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh my God. This was something very, very difficult.
It was very interesting, yes.
Interesting as well as difficult from a nurse's part, because basically even I felt it a little bit, you know, difficult to convince because it's not only the child who's having this problem.
Yeah.
The major issues with the parent.
Exactly, because we cannot convince here because the patient does not trust in any oral medication, and you know, she has also never taken the medication, like, and she has not continued to take it. So it was, but you handle it really well, you know.
And the thing is, actually, if it was in a real life scenario, we would have got some more time to talk. But this is OET.
Yeah, we have the constraints.
Yes.
Yes, but you managed it really well. Okay.
And I think you can give a lot of suggestions on in the feedback session, right?
Absolutely, yes. So I will be discussing about how we can pick the keywords here and simplify it into simple common sentences and present it in front of the patient and the bystander. Yes, so thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time with another video. Let's get into the feedback session.
Bye-bye.
Hello, hi everyone, this is 𝗵𝗵𝗍𝗏 and let's get into the feedback session of where we can see how to pick the keywords to create simple sentences and present your entire role play. So just now we saw a video where you're actually talking to the parent of a 5-year-old boy and he has been diagnosed with atopic eczema. So here the interesting as well as the trickiest part is that the parent is a pharmacophobic, which means that the parent is having the fear of oral medications. So in such case it will be very difficult to convince the parent, right? Because we cannot provide any medication to the son and we have to convince the parent to move further with it, okay? So let's get into the tasks and pick the keywords together. Let's get started. The first one, begin with warm greetings and inform the parent about the condition. So here we are actually going to segment it into two. First we are starting with warm greetings, so that's the first keyword, and the second one is inform about the condition. Okay, so here we do not have to do much because we are just starting the role play by introducing yourself and to greeting the parent. That is the first thing. So you can say good morning and you can say your name and everything, and then you can say how are you feeling today, or how may I help you, or you can even start by saying how do you feel now, or anything like that. Okay, and then you're informing the parent about the condition. Okay, so before you get into that part, you can even check how the boy is doing. You can ask a question like how is your son, or any question like that. Okay, so after that you're going to inform the parent about the condition. So here you can say that I can say from his case note that he has been diagnosed with atopic eczema, and based on that the doctor has advised some medication. So okay, so I'm here to talk about that. So this is a basic introduction that you can give here. So what is task number 2? Explain the importance of complying with the medication, speedy recovery in brackets. So here the keywords would be importance of complying with medication. Okay, and in the brackets it's mentioned speedy recovery, so you have to connect it. So here we can see that we are about to explain the importance. So we can understand that when you inform about the condition and the medication to the parent might be reluctant about providing the medication. So, or maybe the parent might ask you a question like, why is it important to give the medication? Okay, so as an answer to that, you can start task number 2. We can say that, Miss Susan, I understand that you're concerned about your son, but right now it is very important that you comply to the doctor's orders and start the medication immediately for the speedy recovery of your son. Simple. Okay, so that's how you'll do task number 2. Let's see task number 3. When the parent is fearful, explain that the medications are not harmful, lowers inflammation in the body, ease pain, itchiness, redness and allergic reactions. So here the first segment is where we are understanding the parent is fearful. So that is where you're trying to gather information about why the parent is denying the medication, right? So that is the first segment. The second one would be not harmful, and the third keyword would be all the information which is given in the brackets. Okay, so let's see how we can do task number 3 here. So here you can start task number 3 by saying, may I know why you are denying the medication? Okay, so as an answer to that, the parent will tell you some things about, no, I don't want to because I'm not used to it, or I'm scared about giving medication, I have never done that in my life, or things like that. Okay, so as an answer to that, you can respond by saying, I understand that you are having some concerns, but I assure you that the medications advised by the doctor are not harmful. It will help to lower the inflammation in your son's body, and it will also help to ease the swelling, itchiness, redness and allergic reactions your son is experiencing right now. So this is how you can do task number 3. Task number 4. When the parent is stubborn, explain why it is necessary to take oral medication along with topical medication. Results will be quicker, which is given in the brackets. So what are the keywords here? So the first keyword you need to understand is stubborn, because we need to understand the parent is not cooperative. He or she is very stubborn about the suggestions or against the suggestions that you have provided. Okay, so the second thing you need to keep in mind is the necessity, okay, of taking oral medication along with topical medication. Okay, and the third one would be result will be quicker, or quicker results. Okay, so let's put in all these keywords into a single sentence. So you can say, I understand your reluctance, okay, but it is very important that your son takes oral medication along with the topical medication, because then he will have a speedy recovery. This is how you can do task number 4. It's very simple, right? I just changed some words by using the synonyms, like results will be quicker. I changed it into speedy recovery. The meaning is the same. I just used another alternative sentence there. And for the word necessary, which is given in the cue card, that I actually used important. Okay, so this is how we can actually change it. All right, so let's see task number 5. When the parent is still reluctant, inform that if it's untreated, it will spread quickly and lead to further complications, blister formation, infection, etc. Okay, so you can see that the parent is still reluctant there. It's very hard, right? So in such cases, you will run out of the acknowledgement statements, and you will be actually worrying about how to start the conversation or how to move forward with it, right? So I'll give you a tip there. In case while doing the role play, if you feel stuck or if you feel like you do not have any idea about how to move forward, you can actually use reconfirmation method. You can listen to what the parent or the patient is telling here, and then you can actually reconfirm the information back to the mother. Okay, so here we are talking to the mother. So the mother is telling you, see, I don't want you to give my son any medication because I think it can cause complications because I'm scared of it. This is the explanation given by her. So as a start, you can actually reuse these same information to the mother. You can say that, Miss Susan, I understand that you think the medications are ineffective and you're really scared about it. See, what I did here is I didn't use any specific acknowledgement. What I did here was I listened carefully to what Miss Susan was saying, and I implemented that as an acknowledgement statement. You can try that too. Okay, so here I'm going to try that method, and then I'm going to connect the keywords here. Okay, so let's see. So I'm saying, Miss Susan, I understand you're really scared of oral medications, and that's why you don't want your son to take it because you're worried it might cause some complications. But let me just tell you, if this condition is untreated, it will spread really quickly, leading into further severe complications which might go out of her hand. It can even cause a lot of blister formations and infections, which will cause a lot of pain and discomfort for your son, and we don't want that to happen. So I hope you will cooperate with this. Okay, so that is how you do task number 5. The last one. Try to convince the parent by offering additional support. Will monitor the child after administration of medication. So here we are trying to convince the mother, right? So the keyword would be convince, additional support, and all the information given in the bracket. Okay, so here also the mother is actually now, halfway through. She's like, 50% chance about will continue with the medication or will not take the medication. Okay, so here let's see how we can do it. Miss Susan, I know that you're having a lot of concerns in your mind, but let me just reassure you that we can offer you additional support. Okay, we will be monitoring your child after the administration of the medication to see whether his body is responding well to it or not. So you do not have to worry about it. You're not alone in this. We all will be there to support you. You're providing additional support and additional explanation about what you will be doing for her son. So this is how you can actually convince her. Okay, so by this time she'll be okay, because when she feels like that she's in the right place and you all are there to help her, and in case of any complications also you're there to assist and take care of her son, then she will be all right, right? And by that we have come to the end of the 6th task. So we have completed the entire role play. Okay, so as a reference you can just rewatch the video so you can see how Tina Miss actually tackled the entire situation, which will be a little more helpful for you. Okay, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys next time.
IILT, it's my cup of tea.